Games Workshop have given us a tease of all teases. Everyone's talking about it at the moment. I have my theory on this, and if it turns out to be correct, then this potentially could be massive things for Chaos and an introduction of a bunch of new Chaos models. So let's jump in and let's get waffling. Now, for those people wondering what the hell we're talking about, it's this image right now in the background. It's a claw. Games Workshop released this the other day on their Warhammer community website, and we've all been talking about it. These theories that this potentially is a new Yarrick model, which, you know, we've heard whispers like Yarrick is still alive. Apparently, we will be going back to Armageddon at one point and fighting the orcs and stuff. So maybe this could be for a brand new Yarrick model. I would love it to be Yarrick. I would absolutely bow down to the Emperor on the Golden Throne himself to be a new Yarrick model, but I just don't see it to be Yarrick because I think it's too mechanical. I think it's too mecha to be something that belongs to an orc. Orc stuff is more chunky, it's more bigger, it's more brutal, and this is not orky enough. Now, if you really want to go down the rabbit hole, this connects with the Whispers of the Warp, and I personally think this is going to involve one of the next big narratives in Warhammer 40,000 as well. Big shout out to Woodimp for the image, and also Matthew for relighting the beacon of this rumor, because I personally think this is a creation of Vashtorr. Vashtorr the Arcanthane, that has been the big character that has been introduced in the current lore. What the rumors were saying is that Vashtorr is going to get some of his own models, where he forges some of his own models, robots kind of like him that he puts out in the galaxy. I personally think that, of course, these robots are going to be aligned with Chaos. So if you have like a Chaos Space Marine faction, then you're going to be able to take these automatons or whatever it is. We'll get onto that in a second, because this could be very, very big as well. And this is like an ally for you to take Vashtorr's forges, opening up and reinforcing Chaos. The image in the background right now, for me, confirms that this could be the case. Again, credit to Woodimp. You've got Vashtorr on the left side with his long, needly claws. He's got like these little nipple Chaos dots all down like the fingers of these claws and stuff like that. His weapon is like a melter/flamer weapon coming out of his hand. If you look at the claw that GW put out, it also has these little nipple things on there. But if you look just on the wrist, you can make out like an underslung weapon. That looks like a flamer melter weapon, just like what Vashtorr's got. So maybe Vashtorr is basing these creations upon himself, like lesser versions of him to reinforce the powers of Chaos. But there's one more thing to add to this piece of heresy. Double heresy, triple heresy, quadruple heresy, because as a lot of people pointed out on my stream last night as we were talking about this, this has a lot of similarities to the Men of Iron. Again, image in the background. If you look at the claw, if you look at the Men of Iron, they kind of have the same look to them. And if anyone is going to have the power or the resources to access the Men of Iron, then it's definitely Vashtorr. What if we're about to see the fabled AI Chaos robots reimagined as the Men of Iron, fully corrupted, marching under Vashtorr's banner, allying themselves with Chaos, trying to bring down the Imperium of Man? This could open the door to a absolutely massive new narrative. Don't forget, we've got Belisarius Cawl, who's basically making his own AI as well. But the Mechanicus is not going to like this. Maybe they're going to go like, you know, techno insane when they start seeing these AI marching out, especially the Men of Iron again. Maybe it's just full-on corruption. Like, worlds are burning at the moment. Like, worlds are being infected by Vashtorr's code and turning against tech priests and everything like that. It's already started to happen. There's numerous amounts of stories in the White Dwarf magazines pointing to this. So the techno war has technically begun, and I think we're about to see Vashtorr's army now fully unleashed in the galaxy. Don't forget, if you've been reading the lore as well, this is where the whole Agents of Imperium idea is looking to come from, because you've got Lord Inquisitor Kotias, who's actually searching for Vashtorr now. He's activated all his Inquisitorial agents and he's going after them, and I think this is now going to bleed into the big summer release of the Agents of of the Imperium Codex. I know we haven't heard really anything more about that. I'm hoping next month that Games Workshop is going to have that preview show, because Warhammer Fest doesn't look like it's going to be happening anytime soon. And in that preview show, yes, we'll probably see the Gene Stealer stuff, the sister stuff, but I think we're also going to get the big tease of Agents of the Imperium. And then maybe after that, the next big narrative will explode. We know where Vashtorr is right now. He's in the Pariah Nexus. He's fighting the Silent King. Who else is there? Gilliman's going there. Call's there at the moment. We haven't got part 2 of that book. So maybe all this is either going to happen in part 2 of the Pariah Nexus book, or it's going to lead into that next big narrative, which is going to involve the Inquisition as well. For me, exciting times, lots of stories to be told. I personally think this is the rumours about Vashtorr's forces that I was hearing some time back, and this is now the first tease by Games Workshop. Anyway, Chaperoonios, that's enough waffling for me as always. There's so many more theories out there. I've heard people saying, no, it's got to be a brand new Chaos Knight, and people are saying like it's a new Forge Fiend, etc., etc. I'm sticking with the Vashtorr stuff. I'm sure people will agree. I'm sure people will disagree. That's just the way it is. But please put your thoughts, put your feedbacks down below of what you think this model could be. Is it Imperium? Is it Chaos? Is it Orca? Right? Who is it? Is it Tau? Is it a brand new Tau melee combat unit? I doubt it. Crew are coming back. Anyway, thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, evening, night, wherever you are, and enjoy yourself. See you in a bit, and bye-bye.